Hi y'all, it's Jen from wildflowersandmarbles.com. I have been promising a review of this, which is the new Erin Condren Teacher Life Planner for the 2017-2018 academic year. It's just been released, and it's intended for teachers of all kinds, and it's really well suited for teachers at school. And it's got several new updates this year that I love, but I am a homeschool mom, and I teach high school, middle school, elementary, and preschool all at once. So I was eager to see if I could set this planner up so that it could work for me. I've used the Erin Condren Teacher Lesson Planner in the past, and I found that in a couple of ways it's really fantastic in terms of the features it offers, and in some ways I felt like it didn't fit. But this year I feel like it's a great combination of function and pretty, and I'm really excited to show you around. So let's take a look inside. We'll talk about some of these accessories as we go through. This is the cover. This is one of the covers that come with the Life Planner, and this year the watercolor apple design is just so pretty. It's absolutely beautiful. And as always with Erin Condren planners, it's removable, so you can exchange this and put a different cover on seasonally. The front of the cover has a dry erase board, and I love using this throughout the year, particularly to keep term notes for myself. Right now I just have my planning goals for each of my kids. I have an 11th grader, a 7th grader, a 4th grader, and a preschooler to plan for. So I've just listed some of the things that I want to do with them. Erin Condren calls this a wet erase board, and she does offer some wet erase markers on her website that you can find. I prefer to use just a standard permanent marker, so I'll show you what I use. I really like the Le Pen. And also, I don't know if you can see, this is a Pilot. This is a Pilot Ultra Fine. So I'll show you kind of the tip on that. It's really fine. And these are permanent markers, permanent ultra fine pens, just like the Sharpie is an ultra fine permanent. And you can use any of these, and I like the pink just for checking off, just because it's a different color and it shows up. You can use any of these on your wet erase dashboard, and it will not smudge at all. It does not move once it's on there, and it won't leave any marks on the opposite page. And then to erase, you just need some alcohol pads, which you can get at any drugstore. I keep these all over the house because I use them absolutely everywhere. But you just wipe it off, wipe right over it, clean it off, and then use it again. This is the facing the title page, sort of, and this is just a sticker that I made, and it's not anything even really. Let me show you what I used. I just used this paper, which is silhouette sticker paper, and you can kind of cut it to fit. I like this paper because it's very thick, and it's super ultra white, which I think looks really good in the planner. And I've used it in a few places in my planner, and I'll show you. Any sticker you see in here is going to be with this paper, with one exception. There are a few pages in the back of the planner. I ran out of this paper, and I just got some inexpensive Avery sticker paper, and it's not the same. It's just not the same quality. So I'll probably be replacing those in the back of the planner with stickers that I make from this silhouette paper. So I'll link this down below. I just got this from Amazon. It's super inexpensive. And you can just print on it with your home printer and cut it out and put things in your planner. I do want to point out this sticker. This is a decal, an adhesive decal that a sweet friend of mine made for me, and she sells these and offers these. She doesn't have an Etsy shop, but she is on Facebook and on Instagram, and I will link her Instagram account below, and you can message her and she will make these for you. She custom makes these in a variety of different colors. I love this, and I love to have wonder up here at the top of my planner because Aristotle says wisdom begins in wonder, and I like to keep that in mind as I plan. Okay, so the first page is beautiful, kind of introduces the theme that Erin Condren uses this year, which is this watercolor wash with painted petals. I think it's really beautiful. I think all of Erin Condren's 2017 line is really a nod towards sophistication, and I love seeing that in my planner. I love a whimsical planner, but I love these sophisticated touches throughout the planner. This is the very first page of the planner, and I don't need to record classroom events and volunteers, and I know enough about me, so I just removed this page. I don't need it. Classroom teachers would probably enjoy that. And then the next page in the planner is another page with information that I did not need, but I do need to keep up with attendance for my state, and so again, I just printed this on the sticker paper. It's just a grid that I made for myself. I just printed this and trimmed it to fit and stuck it right over that page with the material that I didn't need. And now I'll just be able to flip right to it so that I can record our attendance for the year and easily submit it for the state. There are 2 tabs that I customized in this planner. This tab did not begin life with the word themes, and let me show it to you. Let me see if you can see it. Do you see themes? I changed these and I updated those, so I will tell you, and I will actually link below my blog so that you can see on the blog post. I'll give you a really simple tutorial on how I did this, but again, I used the same sticker paper and I used color and I printed in a white font, trimmed it to fit, and I literally used packing tape over it to kind of laminate the tab. It was easy to do. Okay, let me see if I can open this back up. All right, but I just wanted to point those out, that this tab and this tab right here, I changed. So if you flip to the very first tab, this is how I updated it for our homeschool. These pages, these first pages, and even some pages in the very back of the book are really geared towards school teachers. And they include things like absentee logs that I don't need to keep up with as a homeschool planner. But I do have lots of lists in our homeschool. I have a preschooler, so I'm going to enjoy recording some resources and ideas for some of our preschool themes and our nature study themes by month. You can see I've already started listing a few ideas. So this is my themes section, 2 pages of themes, just ideas for me. The year plan section is next. And this is a favorite page layout of mine. Originally, let me see if I don't know if I can grab my other planner easily without messing everything up. Originally, this layout looked like this. Oops, ignore this sticker that I tried to place up here. It starts January, February, and it goes over to July, August, and ends here, which is beautiful. It follows a calendar year, but I don't plan in a calendar year. I really wanted to start my planning over here, where we actually start living our year. So I ordered a set of stickers from a small Etsy shop called Owl Plan With You, and I'll show you some of her other stickers. Owl Plan With You, and I'll link it below. And she offers this little set of stickers so that you can change the start month back to August, so you can set this up to be an academic view, and I love that. I think the little sticker set was only $2, so perfect price, easy fix, and now I can map out kind of the big picture of my year, and I love that because that's how I plan anyway. I think in terms of the big picture, and then I work my plans in. This is the next section that I customized, and I'm not sure if this is going to show up on the camera, but that says Morning Basket. And these are our Morning Basket plans. And briefly, Morning Basket is just a time that we all read together from high school to preschool, and I'm reading aloud great books, classic books, Little House on the Prairie, Little Women, those kind of books. I'm reading them aloud. We're talking about the church year, our morning prayers, and then we're usually incorporating geography, poetry, picture study, composer study, those kind of things on a rotating basis. And so this set of pages will kind of help me keep all of those books and resources in one place. I'll start to list them here, and as we finish them, I'll check them off. You can see that I made the same stickers. This font is called Buttercup, and it's a free font. It is not the exact match for the font in the Erin Condren Teacher Lesson Planner, but it's very, very close. So Buttercup. I'll try to link the source below. So I'm just listing our resources here. This is our memory work, and these are also stickers at the top of these columns that I made to customize the columns so that they fit my needs a little bit better. So worth remembering, and I'll just list poetry or anything else that we work on for memory work here. Next section is the graph paper. This is super useful, and you wouldn't have to change a thing if you didn't want to. You could just leave it as a graph paper and do all kinds of things on here, sketches and things. I set these 2 pages up to list some Montessori presentations that I want to do with my preschooler, because I like to do a little Montessori work at home with my little kids. Then continuing on in graph paper, I'm just going to list virtue habits and character resources. Field trips that were going on. We're already excited about the solar eclipse on August 21st. So I've already made a few notes here, and I've made a note to myself to prep some resources to discuss this so we can be prepared for the eclipse. And that's it for those beginning pages, and now we're going to get into the next section of the planner, and this is the monthly section. So let me show you kind of what that composes. It goes all the way to here, so it's this much, and these are each tabbed by month, and they each follow the same layout. 2 blank pages, 1 goal planning page, and then a beautiful watercolor wash, each in a different color that mirrors the color that's on the tab, with an inspirational quote here, and then the 2-page monthly spread. I absolutely love these monthly sheets this year. And maybe it's because I've been homeschooling for 17 years now, so I've done this a few times, and I know what I don't like, and I know what I do like, and I know that I love having a place for ideas and notes and reminders to land. So these are some of the reminders that I've set up for myself for the month of August. And then I just made simple columns here so that I can make observations if, for example, my 4th grader is struggling with some of her books and I need to dial some of those back, or my preschooler is really jumping ahead and I need to move some different books onto her picture book cart, and so on. So this is just a great place for you to get those ideas and plans out of your head and onto paper so you can take some action steps with them. Then the goal planning page is actually set up. Let me grab my other planner so I can show you what a blank one looks like. This is a blank. This is without anything written. So this is how your planner looks when it comes to you. There's 4 circles up top, 2 lined column pages. There's a dates to remember section and a birthdays section. And to modify this for our homeschool, I changed things up a little bit. I think I'm just going to use each of these for, I have 4 students, so that works out perfectly for me. But you could have one for writing, one for math, one for drama. You can, all kinds of things, tests that are going on this month, field trips, any number of things can fit in these little containers. I love them. I know they've challenged some people, but I just find them fantastic little paper space containers for ideas and goals to go. So I love how the different potential ways those could work. And then I really love these 2 columns. I'm using 1 column, and every month reflects this same pattern for us. This left column will be my preschool themes for the month. So I've listed my picture books, a nature study series we really enjoy in preschool, some children's songs I want to work on with my preschooler, good habits, quick tidy, that's a great habit for little people to learn, and our faith element for the month. I love the dates to remember, and I've added a few extra dates of our own. And then this section here that was for birthdays, I actually know the birthdays of my students, so I don't need to record that. And so I just created a sticker and covered it up each month and included the liturgical year. As we live the liturgical year, we enjoy following the church calendar and some of the beautiful feasts on the church calendar, so this is handy for me to note the dates of that month that are important and that I might want to incorporate a picture book or a craft or a cooking element that follows the liturgical year. So if we turn the page then to the spread, the monthly spread, each lesson planner that Erin Condren sends comes with these date dots. And I showed you, you can order these from Owl Plan With You, and they actually coordinate. They're very pretty, and they coordinate with the colors, the watercolors of the Erin Condren planner. I thought that they were really pretty, but I thought that the numbers were a little bit juvenile. I don't know. That's just a personal preference thing. That has nothing to do with the quality. It's a fantastic sticker set. I actually liked the very simple font of the stickers. And this year, in years past, these stickers, these little date dots didn't exactly match, which kind of bothers me. But this year they do. They match beautifully, and so I just used the date dots that came with the Erin Condren Teacher Lesson Planner. I would love to point out a few things in this monthly spread, and one is this sticker, which comes from the new Cool for School sticker book. Y'all, if y'all have not seen this sticker book, even if you don't use this lesson planner, the stickers in here are so beautiful. Can you see that there's metallic in each of these? Did I pass my favorite? Yes. Oh my goodness. I love these little watercolor apples. They're so cute. I have them everywhere. Did you see them back here on this page? Look. So you will see the stickers from this sticker book throughout my planner. I just love them. And once again, I feel like Erin Condren really stepped up the design game in terms of providing us function that's really, really beautiful. And so each page of the sticker book follows, these are silver or platinum metallics, and then these are yellow gold. Hopefully you can kind of see that. It's an angle. And then these are rose gold, and they're all beautiful. And then we go back to platinum, yellow, I'm sorry, rose, platinum. Let's just see, I thought they followed in rose, yellow gold, platinum, but these are adorable because these are seasonal. So look how cute that would be in October, February. I use these all over my planner too. So these are all platinum. And then they're little washi strips, which are really adorable. If you want to mark out, for example, a teacher week, a planning week, a testing week, just want to designate a block of days. These are great. And then they're just little letters in the back. So really cute sticker book. I love that. This is actually from, this is a poster, a Stylized sticky note, I think is what she calls them. And they come, each of the new Stylized sticky notes came with this kind of wider sticky note. I'm going to grab my set just so I can show you what I'm talking about. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm not lost. Maybe I am lost. I can't find my set. It's somewhere. Rats. Well, I'll just grab this one. This is the new summer one. You can see these are slim, and that's kind of the size that we're used to, right? But these are wider, and these actually fit perfectly. Y'all, this is so neat. They fit perfectly in the little calendar boxes. Isn't that great? So if you needed to pre-plan or add something here, or look how they fit. Maybe you don't care about August 2018 right now. You can cover it, or maybe you just want to layer some post-it notes up and down here. So yeah, this is where your wider Stylized sticky notes fit. They fit in the lesson planner. Isn't that? I think that's awesome. And these are so cute, by the way. While I have them out, I'll just show them to you. So there's a little bit of metallic in each of them. And let me show you. They snap right in. So you can keep them right there in your planner and close your planner. And when you open it up, it's right there, and you can move this around by just popping it out. I think they're adorable. They'll make great little reminders in my planner. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it from, in my planner I wrote down, I like to make a note each month of our days that we've attended, present, absent, and teacher days. It just kind of helps me with the admin so that it doesn't all add up at the middle of the year when I have to report. I've already gone through and added feast days of the church, our first day, and then let me point these out. These are, and I don't think I have my sticker sheet with me, but these are from Chrissy Ann Designs, and these are just transparent dot stickers, and they are fantastic for marking out your weeks. So like in your planning, can you see? I'm sorry, I bumped the camera. This week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and I've just gone ahead and designated throughout my planner the weeks. Just helps me with planning and helps me when I'm looking at the month to see where we are. And that's it for a month. And they all follow the same format. 2 lined pages to use however you like, 1 goals page, and then the monthly spread. Repeat, repeat, repeat. I did designate in mine. You can see I liked using, because this is the theme for this year's planners, this beautiful painted petal design. And Erin Condren offers this gorgeous washi tape, but her washi tape is a little bit different than your standard washi. It's just a touch thicker. Not a lot, y'all, just a little bit thicker, and it's really got, I don't know if you can see that, it's a very kind of a smooth, glossy surface. It's just beautiful in your planner. So this is something I learned from Jen Plans. I watched one of her Plan With Me's, and I noticed how when she wanted to designate something or use some washi, she would just stretch it across, and she had, this is just an old Hobby Lobby gift card, and she'd line it up, and look how easy that is, y'all. And that makes this washi super functional for using in a variety of ways in your planner, so you can designate blocks of days. This is going to be our first teacher week. And then this washi tape just comes, sorry about bumping the camera, right up and out of the way, and done. So that's the washi I've used throughout. More of the stickers from the sticker book. I'll just flip through quickly, try not to get my arm in the way, so you can see each of the months. This is Thanksgiving week. You can see I've designated term 2, and this is a sticker from Planner Kate. More of my little transparent dots from Chrissy Ann Designs. We're moving into December here. So now we're reading about Advent and St. Nicholas. Here's our Christmas break. This is January. Christmas break continued. Here's February. That's so pretty. Is that not gorgeous? I love that color. That's so pretty. Here's February. Here's a teacher week in February. I always take a full week off, and I plan for it. I always take a full week off between terms. So do you see how my dots transition from orange to blue? I'm moving into term 3 here. So I'm finished with term 2, 12 weeks in a term, finished with it, and I take a full week off to refresh the shelves, set up new activities for my preschooler, set out the new term 3 books for my kids, set up my planning, whatever I may want to do or refresh. I just generally take a week off and relax a little bit so that I'm not moving straight from the end of week 2 right into week 3. That's a School of Hard Knocks lesson I learned, and I love it. It helps me stay sane. Here's March, which happens to be Holy Week is right at the end of March this year, so I noted that, and you'll even see on my planner that we're going to take the end of Holy Week off. And then April, and Easter break. At this point, we're getting really close to finishing. There's May, and our last day. Week 36, the last day of school. So the months cover a full year. So you'll have June and July, which will be super helpful for us as we begin to plan. So let's say, for example, you run across a great website, and maybe you have a high schooler next year and you don't want to forget the books that this particular website or blogger suggested. Maybe you can start a future planning sheet right here and just jot things down so that when you start planning in July, in June or July for your next year, you've got everything in one place. It doesn't have to be pretty. You don't have to add stickers or do anything to it, but you've got a place for it to land. So I love how that goes through July. And then after July, we get to the Lessons tab. So this is actually just a blank page right here. And as I plan, I always try to map out my day because I'm juggling 4 kids, and I happen to have an adult child who is married, and I spin a number of other plates in the air and try to keep them all moving at once. So I like to map out my time. That doesn't mean this is how my days necessarily look every day, but it helps me to anticipate and see maybe where I've overplanned or overstretched myself, maybe where I need to add in a little bit more margin. So I literally have just drawn out my day in hour-long increments, and then I always consider these homeschool hours blocks, block 1 and block 2. Block 1 is right after breakfast, morning chores, and morning basket, and block 2 is a 1, 2, 3 hour stretch right after lunch. And you can see block 1 and block 2, I've designated my kids by their initials here, and everywhere it's bright pink, that's me. That's me working with that particular child. And everywhere it's yellow, that's me expecting that child to do something independently, because I'm only one mom, right? Okay, let's look at the lesson pages. I have already started setting my lesson pages up, and I love the difference in the format this year as opposed to last year. Last year there was an every other line was shaded gray or white, which was nice to be able to designate different assignments or see that you've moved a line in a box of planning, but I much prefer a cleaner look overall. Let me show you just a blank. Yeah, it's just really clean and bright, very, very pretty. So there's a place to designate the week, and then I've just written, these are subjects or skills. Across the top, our morning basket will be this column. And then down the side, you have the days, Monday through Friday, and you can date them. And I love how there is room under each day. You could designate a field trip or a day off or some special event. I have chosen to use it as a way to help me stay accountable with things that in a busy day tend to slip past without me noticing. So I'm putting them right here so they jump out at me. I want to be able to hear narrations from each of my kids. I want to make sure I'm looking over written narrations for my older students, and I need to check math every single day. Homeschool moms, you know how tough that is. So I color code. This one isn't filled out yet. I'm going to show you a sample of one that I filled out. Just so you can see how a color-coded week would look. But each of my kids have always been color-coded. It's just how I keep up because I'm visual. So my 4th grader is pink, and my 7th grader is green, and my 11th grader is blue, and my preschooler will be yellow. So let me show you. When I was thinking about, I hope that doesn't fall. I was thinking about planning with this planner this year. I just wanted to see if it would fit. So I took my lesson plans from last year, from an actual week, week 4 of last year. We actually completed this week. Everything on here we did. And I just wrote it out on this planner as if I were using only this planner to plan in. And you can see pink, green, blue, and you can see yellow. And I just wanted to experiment a little bit. Usually I check things off when they're complete, but I saw somewhere, maybe on Etsy, and it could have been on YouTube, and I can't remember where I would give credit, but someone used a highlighter to mark when things were completed, and I just wanted to try that to see how it looks. So that's what I'm doing here, just experimenting with the highlighter in the same color. And look, it fits. I can fit 4 kids in one planner. I'm not writing out tons of details. They're usually, like you can see, a lot of abbreviations for books. So let me show you some pens I love to use with this planner. I love the Erin Condren felt tip markers. And this is, it's got a fine point. Can you see? I don't know if it'll focus. It might focus. It's got a really fine point. And then the other end is a medium point. And that's nice. But it writes beautifully. And in this set, there's 2 sets. There's a pastel set, which is a new release, and then there's more of a bold color set, which this pink is from. But in the sets, there is a yellow pen that is sort of the yellow pen of my dreams. And it writes so vibrant. I'm going to show you on this paper. I've never seen a yellow pen write so pretty. Oh, look, you can see I kind of put a few of the sticky notes out just to show. So yellow, look how pretty and bright that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I was excited since my preschooler is yellow. And now, look at this. Let's look at the paper. This is a really thick new paper. So do you see that? And do you see anything over here? No, that's the point. There's no shadowing. So let's flip back so you can look at the sample again. This is me playing around again. There's my sample page. You see I've used tons of colors. I have a very heavy hand, confession, and here's the back side of that paper. You can probably see me pressing, and I see just a little bit of shadowing with the pink for some reason. The pink is the one that ghosts just a little bit to me, but everything else is really clear. So very easy to write on this page and continue planning over here. Okay, so I showed you the dual tip markers, and these are just 3. They come in a set of 6, I believe. 2 different sets, so it's either 5 or 6 in a set. I apologize, I can't remember. These are beautiful dual tip markers. I did all of this with these pens, and these are Sarasa. They're Japanese pens. They're gel pens, and they're beautiful. And I happen to be a fan of 0.5 or 0.7 tips. And so these are my color coding pens that I used on these pages right here. Blue, green, pink, and this is the yellow right here. Kind of an orangey yellow, but it does show up, which kind of matters, right? And then there's a few more options that I love. I was going to show you. I actually love the Le Pens, and they do a really great job in this planner because they have vibrant colors. With this set, I just used the Erin Condren Dual Tip as my yellow. So this is from the Le Pen set. And these, I love these because, do you see, it's a super, super fine tip. And I don't know, I just feel like my handwriting is neater when I use it. So that's crazy. And then there's one more set of pens I absolutely love. This is my everyday pen. This is a Pentel Energel 0.5 in blue. This is my favorite pen of all time. In fact, I have the refills, and I actually will put these in different barrels of pens just so I can use the ink in a different ink barrel. Like, for example, hold on, I'll show you. This is my Emily Lay pen, which is so pretty. And that is a Pentel Energel. I believe that could be a 0.7, but it's a Pentel Energel refill in there in blue because I love blue. So this pen set comes in a variety of different colors. These are 0.5s, and they write in a really beautiful fine line, but it's nice and smooth when you write. It's not scratchy, so it's not so fine that it's scratchy. And the colors are really vibrant. No glopping, super smooth writing. Love the Pentel Energels. These are fantastic because they dry super, super fast. So if you are a left-handed writer, you should look at the Pentel Energels. Okay. So those are pens. Let me pull my little sample lesson planner off. And you can see I've already started. This is week 1. And I've started, and I've only gotten as far as Katie's lesson plan. So I've got the pink on here. I haven't finished the boys, and I haven't put my preschoolers' work on here yet, but I'm starting. When I plan a week at a time. So when we live the week and we're getting about to Friday, which I always build light. Like, did you happen to notice? Do you see how light Friday is? It's only blue. That's my high schooler. It's really only blue. Super, super light week. That way, if we get behind in something, it's very easy to slide it down to a Friday. That's something I learned years ago. Again, School of Hard Knocks, and it keeps us from getting behind. So, what was I saying over here? Planning, setting up. I plan a week at a time. So as I'm getting to Friday, I'm starting to lesson plan for the next week. And I may look and see what we didn't finish. And I'll look at my plans, which I'll just give you an example. This is what I built on my computer, just a grid. And it shows me the different books I'm using and what I expect to get done in that book each week. And so I just go down this grid and I spread it out for a week. So that's how I'm lesson planning, and I do it on Friday. I'm planning for the next week on Friday. I will not fill this week out at the beginning of the year. I will not fill out every single one of these pages at the beginning of the year because I know what's going to happen. Life will happen and interrupt, and then all these pages will be wasted. So I only ever plan a week at a time. I live a week, and then I plan a week. Exception being maybe these. I'll probably fill these out on a monthly basis to kind of give me a jump start. You can see I've already mapped out our field trip, which is we're going to Nashville for the total eclipse. So excited about that, which means that these days will be very light so that because you know, it always takes its toll when you go on a field trip. So those are the lesson plan pages. In years past, I think there were 36 of these in years past, but this year There are 40 of them. And again, just to emphasize, can you kind of hear that? This is a really thick paper. This is, again, the product of Erin Condren's collaboration with Mohawk Paper. And it's a very thick, it's got a little, just a little bit of a tooth to it. It's really nice to write on. Does not bleed at all. So it's really just a great planner. Lots of lesson plan pages. When you get to the last set of pages, we get here to the checklist section. Each Erin Condren teacher lesson planner comes with at least 7 of these checklist pages. You can request more, and I think there's a small fee if you add in more. As a homeschooler, I just don't use these that often. And when I do use them, I repurpose them. So again, I'm using that sticker paper and I've just printed, and this is just probably just a page, and I may not even use it as a checklist page. Maybe I'll just list things over here. But this will be a page where I record grades and observations for my son Mark. He is in high school, so I'm probably going to be recording a lot more grades for him than I am for my elementary student in order to keep up with his transcript. So algebra, physics, those kind of things will land here. Then this is for John Paul, my 7th grader. This is for Katie. Now, take a look, because this is the last of my silhouette sticker paper. Here is where I ran out, and you can tell. So I'm going to show you. Kind of get up. Oh, I'm sorry for hitting that again. Do you see how that completely covers everything behind it? Now, this is Avery sticker paper, and I'm sorry, Avery, but it's just not as thick, and I can see through it. It's much thinner, and my colors don't pop as well on the Avery paper, so I'm probably going to change these. This is just a page for recording things for my preschooler, and obviously I don't record grades for my preschooler, so that's not listed there. I'll use this to record maybe some resources or goals, observations for some of our notebooks and narrations that we do throughout the year. Purchases and wish lists. We all have wish lists for purchases, and I will forget about them if I put them on a post-it note and let them land somewhere random. So here's where I'll put my wish list. And this is just a random checklist page, so I just covered up the text and put checklist there, and I'm not sure what I'll use it for. It may just be a listing page. Behind the last of the checklist pages is another really beautiful watercolor page. So pretty. And it matches the pocket, the folder pocket back here, which you can see I've already got stuff in. This is a really, it's got a really smooth feel, so it's sort of very lightly laminated. It's kind of a cardboard feel, really, really heavy cardstock feel. It's a pretty, let me take some of my stuff out so you can see how pretty it is. Do you see that? This is just a little, this is another Erin Condren product. You can slide, these are some of my extra stickers that I've tucked in there so they wouldn't fall out. Here's what they look like. These are little stylized corner pockets. And they are adorable and they are reusable. So anywhere you need to drop, they're sticky. Can you see they're sticky on the edge? So you can put them anywhere. Maybe a business card for a field trip, anything you want to tuck in. And then when you don't need it anymore, you peel it off and you're done. Aren't those awesome? There's so many colors. So take a look at those. Those are on her website in the accessories section. So that's the pocket. And you can fit, as you can see, let me stick this back in here. Oh, I can't get it in. Exactly, there must be something stopping it. But you can fit a regular sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper in this pocket just fine. On the back side of the pocket, there is just a smaller little, and this has got, can you see that it's kind of metallic? It's a rose gold metallic. It's really, really pretty scalloped edge pocket, but you cannot fit an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper in this pocket. So I just keep my grading slide in there. Okay. This is another thing that I did to change the planner. Each of these planners comes with one of these. This is a, I'm not sure what she calls it. It's like a sheet protector, maybe is what she calls it. And they are fixed. They're coiled in. They are coiled in. I like to move mine around. So I actually cut the coil off of mine. I'm hoping that, yeah, I think my camera's focusing. I cut the coil off of mine and I use another Erin Condren accessory, the coil clip. And now I can move this around wherever I need it in my plant. Y'all, I am so sorry. I have to merge two videos because my phone started ringing right in the middle of my video. But as I was explaining, this is just the sheet protector and I added the coil clip so that I can pop this in and out of my planner and use it however I like. So you can see, this just pops right back in place. And then you have your sheet protector. And at the end of a lesson planner, I always snip these out, and that way I have a whole collection of them. I can use however I like. This is the back cover, and I've just added a notebook. A notepad. This is the large size lined notepad to the planner. And that's it. So let me tell you my one and only complaint. And that is the coil size. So we teachers, whether we teach at a school or we're homeschool teacher planners, we like to add things to our planner. We have tons of pieces of paper and bits of things that we like to add. And this coil size is perfect if you don't add a single thing to your planner. But if you add something, it starts to get thick. Do you see how my covers are already starting to bend there? And that means that through the year, the cover just won't fit as well. And I could definitely take this notepad out. I don't have to use this, and that would certainly help, but I'd love to have it in there too. And so I would love it in the future if this coil size were just a little bit bigger. But other than that, I love it. Isn't that a gorgeous planner, y'all? Leave me any questions that you might have about how I plan in here, some of the changes that I made. I will definitely link my little mini tutorial below, just because it's easier to show you in pictures that I took when I did it, of how I changed these tabs to reflect my changes. It was really, really easy to do. But yeah, that's it. So let me know if you have any questions at all. I will probably do another video soon showing you how I go from my planning grids that I build on my laptop, to this, which is sort of the daily nitty-gritty of a plan. So I'll probably do another video walking my plans backwards from the beginning to the end. So thanks so much for watching, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave any questions below and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye-bye.